Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to Listen Up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
Ryan, pop your Coca-Cola. It's time to celebrate. This is actually a very different. I told you, instead of me running my mouth, right, for 5, 6 minutes and going over quarter by quarter a game recap, 85-44, big win tonight. This is a lot different, right? A game recap than we have done in a long time. I'm sure you know why, and I'm sure everyone else knows why by now. We hopefully they know why if they're tuning into this on a Friday night. So happy weekend to you, Ryan. TGIF. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to get your take on this. Gino Ariema said that he didn't know, thanks to SNY UConn, that he didn't know what Paige Bueckers was going to decide regarding her return. Well, Ryan, Paige Bueckers, two big names, Paige Bueckers and Aubrey Griffin, have decided to return for the
Yeah.
24-25 season. And I find this very interesting because we just had that episode not too long ago, considering you have stats of what happened in the game while I get more prepared to tell you about the game. What do you think? Because all of a sudden, I tell me if I'm wrong. I assume that you and other people are like, man, Gino is preparing to make this team better, right? Make this team better for next. Well, he didn't say next season, but I think we really know. But to say the least, man, we just had that episode, and here now, all of a sudden, we see it. We see it before our very eyes. Returning players. And that's two words, Ryan, in my opinion: unfinished business.
Yeah, of course, like you mentioned, it was senior night tonight. So always a very special night for all the seniors on UConn. But because of COVID, of course, everybody does have an extra year of eligibility. So technically, all four seniors could come back. And like you said, Paige and Aubrey have already announced that tonight they will be returning for next season. So that's, of course, good news. I kind of figured Paige would be coming back, but Nika and Aaliyah have not confirmed, but they did say that they're not done yet. So take that as you will. So maybe perhaps they will come back as well. But UConn really started out this game hot in the first quarter, went on a 16-2 run at one point. Nika reached assist number 600 for her career, putting her fifth all-time on UConn's assist leaders. UConn nearly shot 70% to start the game and scored 13 points off of Georgetown's turnovers. A lot of points off of turnovers tonight. That's really what propelled the score to be kind of the way it turned out to be. A lot of points off of turnovers. UConn was able to control the game pretty much the whole way through. A lot of steals, got out in transition, what they do best, and that pretty much continued for most of the game. There really wasn't a point where Georgetown got back into it. Aaliyah Edwards continued her dominance tonight, notching yet another double-double, ended with 26 points, 16 rebounds, also tying her career high with 4 steals. Paige had 21 points, 8 assists. Ice Brady with another back-to-back good games for her, so good to see Ice keep doing her thing. And yet another dominant performance against the Big East foe. Of course, like I said, a lot of emotions after the game as each of the four seniors were honored. Each got their own framed white UConn jersey. We know, of course, Aubrey and Paige are coming back, but Nika and Aaliyah, like I said, not sure if they're coming back or not, but it would be nice if all four seniors would use that extra year of eligibility in return for one more season.
Yeah, this game was kind of over in the first quarter, Ryan, as they outscored Georgetown 27-9. I wanted to tell you, we went to that Georgetown and Connecticut game in DC. Obviously, I didn't want to tell you that part, but I wanted to tell you this part. If you're well aware of that, I'm sure you didn't forget about that game yet. Now, that was a great game, right? That was a UConn win, but to say the least, we technically kind of went to the wrong game, if you will, right? Because this one had a lot more emotions to it. This one was more just energetic all around. This one had a feel of just, again, very different kind of atmosphere at the end of the game. We still enjoyed the time in DC, got to see KK's appearance. Good visit, right? Good visit, great ball game. But again, if you had to choose your choice, which Georgetown and Connecticut matchup this season that you would go to, I think that this would be on top of Ryan's list. I'm sure that I'm glad that you brought up Nika Muhl joined the 600 assist club as I had that down. And then Bueckers, how about Paige Bueckers, Ryan, doing a great job in the assist department tonight as well, racking up 8 assists tonight to go along with her 21 points. So a job well done overall. And hey, they're not done yet, literally. That's just the way sports are, Ryan. I love to break it to you in this case because they're not done yet. A lot of negativity. Make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like on the video. It goes a long way. Not for Ryan and I necessarily, but to show that you're still there for this team and support them down the stretch. Because obviously, Ryan, this is late February, and we all know that they need the team, the coaching staff need our support and everybody else's support more than ever because they're not done until they're technically literally done. That's the case for every team in sports. All right, let's go over to some comments, Ryan, and then we will get on out of here. I appreciate everybody. Lindsay Matthews, thank you for your amazing reporting and reflections on our team. Many of us in Connecticut who would love to attend a few more games in Storrs or Hartford simply can't do it. Yes, Storrs is out of the way for most of us who live in Connecticut, a small state, but to us, UConn is out in the boonies. For me, it's a 2-hour drive up and back. It's a whole day if I go on a Sunday. And I do think it's unfair and unavoidable that those who live near our southwest coast, who have an even more difficult time getting to the games. So that's why I think we depend so much on your podcast, Ryan and Phil. I'm ever so grateful for the work and dedication you two put into this. And remember, please do not respond to SNY or ESPN if they come begging you for an interview.
No, what I promise we'll be on YouTube for this podcast for a while. I can bet you that. But yeah, appreciate all the support as always. Yeah, I remember when we went to that game earlier this year, the one against Maryland. We were on the highway for a while, and then of course as we got closer, it kind of was a couple back roads, the boonies, like Lindsay Matthews said. So yeah, a little different than a lot of other basketball games we've been to, but no other
And
place
how
like
about tell them how our hearts dropped. I don't think we ever told them that when we went up there in November. What did it feel like to we were driving for miles and miles. I'm like, Ryan, when are we ever going to get here? And what did it feel like though to see that pop up over the hill and see that big UConn sign all lit up?
Yeah, it's just, that the atmosphere is definitely something else. And I mean, there's really no place like UConn.
Yeah.
All the students getting out of their classes or school, trying to
Yeah.
get to the game, walking everywhere. So much traffic, just people trying to get in. I believe it was a sold out crowd that night, had to be
Oh
with
yeah.
how with how loud it was. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that the dedication to the team is really great to see, and it'll always be there, of course. But yeah, just a different atmosphere up in UConn.
This was interesting. Robert White. And again, I'm not commenting my thoughts, my opinions, even though if they would like me to, I will. I'm just going off of what he is saying. Until we recruit athletes from the inner city, we'll never win another championship.
Well, I think, I don't really look at where athletes come from. For me, I think there can be talent anywhere in the country. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, UConn is the prime example of that. I don't know if it's still the case now, but I know last year, maybe it is still the case, but there was a representative from a different country for their starting lineup. So, we have Canada, Croatia, France, I believe. So all types of different countries overseas, and that's really what I love to see from this UConn team. So much diversity. I love how Gino recruits all of these women to come play
Yeah.
basketball. So we love from wherever these players come from, we love to have everybody.
I was right on the same page as you. I really don't think that it matters what school, what area, um, city, county, whatever you want to say. I don't really think it matters that much. I think it just depends on your mindset, And again, as if I find myself saying this a lot, I just think it's not, and not to sound greedy about yourself, but it's really how, again, you care about your teammates. It's a team game. You care about the people surrounding you to make you better. Look at all the people, Ryan, that make you and I better, right? But no, really, it's how you take care of yourself. I mean, really, and not to sound selfish. I don't know if you can feel me on this or not, but you care about your family, your friends. I know you do, but at the same time, specifically athletes, Ryan, if you can hear me out on this, you gotta worry about yourself first. So sorry to say it like that, but I don't know any other way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely health and all those great things, whether it's, physical health, mental health. There's of course a lot of things that go into preparing for a season, preparing to come to UConn. Of course, we talked about that a lot. But yeah, like I said, we love to have everybody. And we have some great new talent coming to the future at UConn, like we said with Morgan Shelley, and hopefully Sarah Strong as well.
Allie Zabel, right, Ryan? She's
Yeah.
coming along. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Again, it's all about first priority taking care of yourself and then others. All right. This is an interesting one to leave off on. Oh, get your thinking cap on here, Ryan, and get ready to I can hear the thunder rolling outside already before I read this comment to you. Be ready now. If you were making an honest prediction, I'll read it very slow so it settles into your brain. How far do you think we can make it in the tournament? And that is Adam Edmonds. You go first, and then I'll tell you.
Well, I'm sure all of you guys know on this podcast, we tend to keep it real almost all of the
Yeah.
time. So, and I think most of you guys appreciate that. At least I hope. My honest opinion is that the Sweet 16 again. I think they can definitely make it to the Sweet 16. Obviously, I hope and want them to get past that, and I think they can. But I think a realistic point of view at this time is the Sweet 16 for me.
I was going to say the same thing. Either Sweet 16 or Elite Eight. I'm not going to lie. I was going to say Sweet 16 or Elite Eight. Um, yeah, let's go and copy off of Ryan. Why not? Yeah, I'll go Sweet 16. I think it's a little too risky at this point to go Elite Eight. But again, they're not done yet. Like they mentioned tonight, I believe. So Ryan, I mean, that's that. And you get to enjoy your nice Saturday and Sunday, although some snow coming, Ryan. So I don't know if you like that or not. We'll leave it to the subs to tell us how the weather is up there in UConn this weekend. So enjoy it, Ryan. And a very early 12 o'clock matinee. I will see you right back here Monday. Actually, are you available for the game recap immediately on Monday?
Yeah, I will be. So we'll be able to come on straight away. Yeah.
All right, right away it is Monday. I will see you right back here then, right around 2 o'clock. Kind of a weird time, right? But it will be daylight out. It won't be dark for a change for a game recap. Phil and Rye will listen up.